Your soulmate wants to tell you the truth, but, my beloved child, before this moment passes, listen carefully, because your heart has been asking the same silent question again and again, even when your lips never spoke it aloud. Someone has been carrying words they were never brave enough to say directly to you. Those words have grown heavier with every sunrise, and now they are reaching the point where they can no longer remain hidden. This is not an ordinary silence. It is the kind of silence that changes everything once it is finally broken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What I am about to reveal connects perfectly with the strange feelings you have been experiencing lately. Have you noticed how certain memories suddenly return without warning? Why familiar songs seem different? Why your intuition keeps whispering that someone is thinking about you at the exact same moment you are thinking about them? These are not random moments. They are quiet signals leading toward a truth that has been delayed, not denied. Your soulmate has reached a place where pretending has become more painful than honesty. Every conversation they almost started, every message they typed and erased, every opportunity they let slip away, has only made the truth stronger. They know that the longer they hide it, the more impossible it becomes to ignore. But something unexpected happened recently. A single event shook their confidence and forced them to look at everything differently. Since that moment, they have realized that keeping their feelings locked away may become the biggest regret of their life. Now pay close attention, because this next revelation surprises almost everyone who hears it. Your soulmate is no longer fighting their feelings, they are fighting their fear. There is a huge difference. They are not afraid of loving you. They are afraid of what happens after they tell you the truth. They wonder if you have already moved on. They wonder if they waited too long. They wonder if someone else has already taken the place they secretly dreamed of filling in your life. Those questions have kept them awake during quiet nights more times than you could imagine. They replay old conversations in their mind, searching for hidden signs they may have missed. They remember tiny details that everyone else forgot, because to them, those moments were never ordinary. They became clues. Pieces of a puzzle they have been trying to solve ever since. Don't skip. Every passing day brings them closer to making a decision they can never take back. Someone around them recently said something that completely changed the way they look at you. It was not planned. It was not expected. Yet those few simple words broke through every excuse they had been hiding behind. For the first time, they stopped asking whether they should tell you the truth, and started asking what would happen if they never did. That question has become impossible for them to escape. It follows them everywhere. At work. During quiet evenings. Even in moments when they try to distract themselves. Deep inside, they already know the answer. The truth wants to be spoken. It has waited long enough. There is one final thing you must understand before this moment ends, because this may be the biggest revelation of all. Your soulmate is carrying a truth that reaches far beyond simple feelings. It is connected to a choice they made in the past, a choice they believed was protecting both of you. They convinced themselves that silence was kindness. They believed distance would somehow make everything easier. Instead, it only made the connection stronger. Every attempt to forget you somehow reminded them of you even more. Every new beginning quietly led them back to the same unanswered story. That is why the next step they take could completely reshape everything they believed was impossible. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Very soon, an unexpected opportunity will appear before them, one conversation, one meeting, one message, or one unexpected coincidence that neither of you could have predicted. When that moment arrives, they will have only two choices: remain silent forever, or finally tell you the truth they have been protecting for far too long. But here is what almost nobody knows. The truth they want to reveal is not what you think it is. It is deeper. It is more surprising. And once those words finally leave their heart, neither your life nor theirs will ever feel the same again, because the first sentence they have been waiting to say will change everything. A moment is approaching faster than either of you realizes. The distance between silence and truth is becoming smaller every single day, and your soulmate can feel it. They have reached the point where even the smallest reminder of you changes their entire mood. A familiar name, an unexpected place, a passing conversation, everything seems to pull them back toward the same realization. They keep asking themselves why they cannot let go, and every answer leads to you. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth they want to reveal has become too powerful to hide any longer. They thought time would erase these feelings, but time has done the exact opposite. It has made every emotion clearer, stronger, and impossible to ignore. What they once believed was only curiosity has become certainty. What they once called coincidence now feels like destiny unfolding one step at a time. Even when they try to focus on something else, their thoughts quietly return to the same question: what if I finally tell them everything? That question has become louder than every fear they have carried. It follows them from morning until night, refusing to disappear. They know that one honest moment could change the entire direction of both your lives. What makes this even more surprising is that someone close to your soulmate has already noticed the change. Without knowing the whole story, they asked a simple question that stopped your soulmate completely. They smiled on the outside, but inside they felt exposed because that question touched the very truth they have been hiding. Since then, they have started imagining what life would look like if they stopped pretending. They picture the conversation they have rehearsed hundreds of times in their mind. They imagine your reaction. They imagine the silence before your first response. Every possible outcome plays over and over, yet one image always remains the strongest: you listening until the very end. Stay till the end. Your soulmate has begun letting go of the excuses that once protected them. They no longer blame bad timing. They no longer blame distance. Deep inside, they understand that fear has been the only thing standing between them and the truth. That realization has changed everything. The walls around their heart are beginning to crack, and once those walls fall, nothing will be able to stop what comes next. But there is another secret you have not seen yet. Your soulmate has already made a quiet promise to themselves. They have decided that the next meaningful opportunity will not be wasted. They refuse to watch another chance disappear without saying what has been hidden for so long. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth they want to tell you is carrying far more emotion than anyone could imagine. It is filled with every unspoken word, every missed opportunity, every silent hope, and every moment they wished they had been brave enough to reach out. The closer that moment comes, the more their heart refuses to stay silent. Soon, something unexpected will place both of you closer than either of you expects. It may seem like an ordinary event at first, but it will quietly become the beginning of a completely different chapter. And when your soulmate finally looks into that moment without running away, the very first words they choose will reveal a truth that has been waiting much longer than you realize, and the shocking reason they stayed silent until now is even more unbelievable than the truth itself. Everything is becoming impossible for your soulmate to ignore now. The truth has followed them through every ordinary day until nothing feels ordinary anymore. They have reached a point where even silence speaks louder than words. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have started noticing signs they once dismissed. A familiar dream repeats itself. A memory appears at the exact moment they think they have finally moved on. Even unexpected conversations somehow circle back to you. At first, they believed these moments were nothing more than coincidence. Now they are beginning to understand that every reminder is pushing them toward one unavoidable decision. They can no longer convince themselves that hiding the truth is the safer choice. Every day they wait, they feel as though they are losing something they may never get back. That realization has created a pressure inside them unlike anything they have ever experienced. They know a single moment of courage could rewrite everything, but they also know that once the truth is spoken, there is no way to take it back. That is exactly why this next step feels so important. What your soulmate has never admitted to anyone is that they have already imagined your reaction countless times. They picture your face when the first honest sentence leaves their heart. They wonder whether you will smile, remain silent, or simply stare in disbelief. Every possibility has crossed their mind, yet one feeling never changes: they would rather face uncertainty than continue living with unanswered questions. Something unexpected happened very recently that strengthened this feeling even more. They witnessed someone else lose an opportunity because they waited too long to speak. That moment struck them deeply. It forced them to realize that fear has an invisible cost, and sometimes that cost is far greater than rejection itself. Don't skip. Since then, they have stopped asking whether they should protect themselves. Instead, they have begun asking whether they are willing to lose the chance to tell you how they truly feel. That single shift in thinking has quietly transformed everything. The hesitation that once controlled them is slowly being replaced with determination, and each passing day makes that determination stronger. Now comes the revelation that changes the entire picture. Your soulmate is no longer preparing to hide the truth, they are preparing for the moment they finally reveal it. They have already begun making small decisions that are leading them toward you without fully realizing it. One choice opens another door. One unexpected event creates another opportunity. Everything is quietly falling into place in ways neither of you can yet see. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. But here is the part that almost no one expects. The truth they want to share is only the beginning. Hidden behind those first words is another secret they have protected for far too long, a reason they disappeared emotionally when they wanted to come closer, a reason they smiled when they were hurting, and a reason they convinced themselves that silence was the only option. They believe revealing that hidden reason could change the way you see everything that happened between you. And when that final secret comes into the light, you will realize that the story was never about distance. It was about a promise they made long ago that they are finally ready to break. A quiet shift has already begun, even if neither of you can fully see it yet. Your soulmate has stopped running from the truth and started running out of reasons to keep hiding it. Every excuse that once felt convincing is slowly disappearing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have started looking back at moments they once ignored, realizing those moments were never meaningless. A glance that lasted a little longer. A conversation that ended too soon. A goodbye that felt strangely unfinished. They now understand those memories were never accidents. They were opportunities that fear quietly stole away. But something inside them has changed. They no longer want another memory filled with regret. They want one honest moment that can finally answer every question they have carried for so long. That desire has become stronger than their hesitation, and it grows with every passing day. The most surprising part is that your soulmate has begun preparing without even realizing it. They are choosing different paths, making unexpected decisions, and saying yes to opportunities they would have ignored before. To everyone else, these choices seem completely ordinary. But behind the scenes, every small step is bringing them closer to the moment where your paths are meant to cross again. They keep wondering why life suddenly feels different, why their instincts refuse to let your memory fade, and why their heart becomes restless whenever they imagine never speaking the truth. Don't skip. There is a reason for that feeling. Deep inside, they already know the next chapter cannot begin until the hidden truth is finally spoken. The silence that once protected them has now become the very thing holding them back. For the first time, they are ready to risk uncertainty instead of living with endless what-ifs. Now listen carefully, because this final revelation changes everything you thought you knew. Your soulmate has been protecting one last secret, not because they doubted you, but because they doubted themselves. They feared they would not be enough. They feared that if they revealed everything, they might lose the one person they never truly wanted to lose. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. That fear is finally beginning to break apart. Very soon, an unexpected conversation, a surprising coincidence, or a single unforgettable moment will place the truth directly in front of them. When that happens, they will realize there is only one path left, to speak from the heart without hiding anything. But the first words they are preparing to say are not the biggest surprise. The real shock comes immediately after, because once they reveal why they stayed silent for so long, you will finally understand that every delay, every unanswered moment, and every painful silence was connected to one life-changing truth they have never shared with anyone, until now. The moment your soulmate has been avoiding is no longer somewhere in the distant future, it is drawing closer with every passing day. They can feel it in ways they cannot explain. Their heart becomes restless without warning. Their thoughts return to you even when they try to focus on something completely different. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally realized that the truth does not disappear just because it remains unspoken. Instead, it grows stronger. It waits patiently until it can no longer be ignored. Your soulmate has reached that exact point. They understand that every day of silence has only made their feelings deeper, not weaker. They no longer want another missed opportunity or another unfinished chapter. For the first time in a very long time, they are beginning to believe that honesty is less frightening than regret. That realization has completely changed the direction of their heart. Something even more unexpected has happened behind the scenes. Your soulmate recently found themselves remembering details they thought had been forgotten forever. They remembered the exact words that stayed with them long after a conversation ended. They remembered a look that gave them hope when they desperately needed it. They even remembered tiny moments that seemed insignificant at the time but now feel like pieces of a much bigger story. Don't skip. Those memories have become impossible to ignore because they all point toward the same conclusion. You were never just another person in their life. You became the one chapter they could never close. That truth has shaken them more than they ever expected. They are beginning to understand that some connections are too meaningful to leave unfinished. Every time they imagine remaining silent forever, something inside them refuses to accept that ending. Their heart keeps urging them to take one step forward, even if they have no idea what happens after that first step. Now the biggest revelation is almost here. Your soulmate is standing on the edge of a decision that will shape everything that comes next. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Very soon, life will place them in a situation where silence is no longer possible. They will have a chance to speak honestly, and deep inside they already know they cannot let it slip away. But what they are preparing to reveal is far greater than simple feelings. They are ready to confess that every time they seemed distant, they were actually protecting a dream they were afraid would disappear if they reached for it too soon. They are ready to admit that you have remained in their heart through every season of uncertainty, even when they tried to convince themselves otherwise. And just when you think that confession is the entire truth, an even greater secret will rise to the surface. One hidden choice from the past that explains every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected turn. Once that final truth is revealed, nothing between you will ever look the same again, because the story you believed was ending is actually about to begin.